This is ERGJ with I guess, a morning message. And so, as I rose this morning, there were things that just kind of flooded me, and I felt it'd be good to just share those with, not just with you guys. I'm actually just doing this to put on my timeline, just to remind me. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. Sometimes you have to remind yourself. And so, what came to me this morning was that there's two entities in this world, in my life, that actually control my life. One is my God, and two is myself. One is my God, and two is myself. And as I thought about that this morning, as I was doing my morning walk, that came to me is what controls me. One is my God, and two is myself. What does that really mean to me? Well, there are certain things in this world, in this life that I live, that I can't control. I can't control someone else's opinion about me. I can't control someone else's attitude, someone else's philosophy, someone else's, the way in which they do things. I can't control policies in a corporation. I can't control, the government. I can't control, the value that someone sees in me or some entity sees in me. Those are things that I can't control. I can't control the weather. I can't control time. Those are things that I can't control. But there are certain things that I can control. And I think that's the message today, not for you, but for me, is to take responsibility, take control of the things that I can control. What can I control? Well, I can control my attitude. I can control myself to refrain from doing things that will be harmful to my body, mind, or spirit. I can control my philosophy. I can control my spending. I can control the decisions that I make. It's interesting. I got free will. I got the freedom to make the decisions that I make, and I deal with the circumstances or the consequences. Now, I don't control those consequences, but I do control my decisions. I can control my habits. Those are some things that I can control. I can control my work ethic, getting to work on time, being engaged, giving 100 and 110%, going the extra mile. I can control my kindness to other people. Those are things that I can control. And so as I wake this morning, as I'm in this transition period in my life, what I can do is focus or take responsibility and focus on the things that I can control. And every day that I wake up, it's another opportunity for me to take one step closer to my future self. See, my future self is already here. I just have to step into it. And so if I have to step into it, that requires me taking a step. And I say this to a lot of people that I come in contact with, and it's in the Bible, it's faith without works is dead. And I find that many of us, we find ourselves believing, but we don't find ourselves walking or moving or taking action. We find ourselves talking, but we don't find ourselves walking. And so I know that there's an element that God controls that I have no control over. But there are things that I do have control over. And what I'm saying today is I'm taking control of my life. I'm taking control of my direction. I'm taking control of my destiny, of the things that I can control. And I'm asking God to take care of the rest. Because I know that if I give 1 inch, he'll give me a mile. If I give him 1 cent or 1 penny, he'll give me 100 in return. I know that I give him some action, then there'll be, I'm not going to say blessings in return, but I know that there's a corresponding result to the actions that I take. So there are two entities that control me. One is my God. The other is myself. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference.